Hey friends, I hope you're having a good day. Welcome and welcome back to Make It or Bake It with Christine. Today I'm going to be making this delicious pot pork roast with potatoes. To begin with, we need a few spices: peppercorn, cinnamon, cloves, dry red chillies, and ginger. So with the help of a fork, I'm just going to be forking the meat just so that the juices go in well and it cooks evenly as well. And once this is done, in a pot or a pan, I'm gonna put some oil and drop in the spices. So in goes the cinnamon, cloves, peppercorns, and the dry red chilies. So I'm splitting them in half. I'm gonna lightly saute it for a few seconds and then drop the ginger. This is about 2 inches of ginger. I've cut them very thin, and I don't really want them to saute or fry too much because it will during the process of the meat getting cooked. So sauteing it for a few seconds and then I'm gonna add the meat in. So I like to use the leg or the ham portion of the pig for this roast because there's more meat than fat. So once I dropped the meat in, I'm just gonna fry it very lightly for about a few minutes, say about 3 to 4 minutes. After I dropped the meat in, I did add the salt. Sorry, I forgot to capture that on camera. And I've covered it and now cooked it for about 5 to 7 minutes so that we have some more oil from the fat released. Now in order to caramelize the meat, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar at this point and give it a nice stir. So I'm adding 500 ml of water, 2 kilos of pork and 500 ml of water. Really, it depends on how much you want to add. Obviously, we do not want to add too little. This is a very slow cooking process. You're cooking it on low. It takes about 1 hour to 1 hour 30 minutes at least minimum, because that would depend on the texture of the meat and also the quantity of the meat. So occasionally we're just gonna cover it, take it off, stir it, cover it, put it back. We're just gonna go back and forth to ensure that we're evenly cooking the meat and we're turning and tossing it around for even cooking. So if you want to add other spices, please go ahead and do that. There are many recipes for cooking this roast. You can marinate it in advance and then put it in, but this is just the easiest way. Even without marination, it comes out very tasty and can be used in various items. And this is looking almost done here, so I am gonna let it cook with the lid off. So I'm not gonna cover it, I'm just gonna cook it this way now so that the water gets evaporated and the sugar gets nicely caramelized, and that is going to caramelize the meat as well. So as you can see, the color of the meat is changing. It's getting nice and brown. And really, that's all that is. Look at the color of the meat. It looks nice and beautiful. So in the same oil, I'm going to drop in potatoes, about 8 to 10 medium-sized potatoes, and just slightly stir it, and I'm going to add water and let it cook. So it's the same spices that were used from roasting the meat, and I'm going to actually add them later to the meat as well. It's just that I'm using the spices, and I want the same aroma in the potatoes as well. So here I've added about a cup of water. I'm going to cover and let it cook. The process of cooking this whole potatoes is about 15 minutes. You can check in between and see if it's soft enough, and here they're ready. Very tasty. This is such a versatile dish. Just cut them in slices, pan fry and have them, or you can add them to your sandwiches, or toss some onions, potatoes in the pan, fry them. You can have this preparation in multiple ways. Well, it's such an easy recipe. I do hope you try this at home. If you do like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Do like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.